You know, I did not think that mock draft Mondays would come back this soon. But with a 4-7 record, yep, we're kind of at that spot, boys. We're at that spot where the series can make a return. Sadly, it can make a return because of where we are currently in this year. Let's talk about it. So, we currently sit at the 12th overall pick. Depending on how the rest of the season goes, that might go down even more. But there's a lot of bad teams in the NFL, so ironically enough, we might be kind of fluffed over for that reason. But we're currently sitting at the 12th, so let's get right into this. Starting off right away, this is an interesting draft class. It's not a quarterback heavy one. The quarterback list actually for the draft class sucks. Well, it sucks. There's only two good ones. Jadavian Sanders and Carson Beck's having an awful season this year, but there is kind of going back up here. Jalen Milroe is also having, he'll be a high overall pick. But the top players in this draft are Travis Hunter and Ashton Genty. Ashton Genty. I'm going to butcher his name every single time. He's the guy who's going to win the Heisman. Actually, no, Travis Hunter will probably win the Heisman in the end. But either of these guys, Travis Hunter and Ashton Genty, are absolute generational talents. Travis Hunter actually plays cornerback and wide receiver. And there's a lot of people who are speculating when he does go to the league, because obviously he will this next year, that people should put him at cornerback and wide receiver in the NFL. Now, that happens in college sometimes. It happens in high school a lot. You have two different positions. But usually in the NFL, you don't see someone play two different positions. He's that good. Like, he legitimately is that good that you're going to see him play two different positions in the NFL. And that's why he is the second player off the board in most mock drafts. It's weird because we have never had a wide receiver. Well, let's say never had. The last time we had a wide receiver go first overall pick was Keyshawn Johnson way back in the day. But normally you don't see a cornerback or a wide receiver ever go first pick. This draft, potentially we might have two wide receivers go back to back. Again, this is not a quarterback heavy draft. And there is only so many really, really good players. For example, in this draft, we have right here, which again, they simulate the first picks. Sanders is still available. He's still there. Carson Beck is still there. Cam Ward is still there. There's a lot of guys still there. So, for our pick at pick 12, again, I don't love this draft. And if there's ever a time where you need to rebuild and really relaunch this team, this draft is not the draft to do so, which sucks. Anyway, though, situational ship here. I don't think we go wide receiver in the first round. I know there's a good chance we might just to replace T. Higgins leaving, but I don't think we're going wide receiver in the first round. Now, defensively is obviously our biggest issue and our biggest need, but there are some really good edge rushers that come off the board right before our pick, which again, kind of just a situation ship here. You do have Kevin Banks from Texas here, who has played mainly left tackle in his career. It's one of those situations where it's like this, right? Offensively, we do need help on the offensive line. We do, 100%. But at the same time, you do have a very high-paid left tackle. You got a right tackle who's also, rookie and developing, and you're not really going to draft a first-round right tackle to replace him or even be a backup, right? So, offensive line, I really wouldn't. I don't know if we're going to go that way in the first round. It's probably going to be defense in some capacity. I couldn't see really a situation where it is offense. Outside of Travis Hunter and Ashton Genty being available, maybe. But like running back, you're not going first round running back. Again, unless you're going Genty. It's just not going to work. It's not going to happen. You got some options like linebacker here, Jalen Walker. I feel like if there's any position we would go for, it's going to be cornerback, linebacker, or edge rusher, or defensive lineman. Safety, you're not going that way in the first round. Again, I think if we're going for someone here, I do like Benjamin Morrison. I am a Notre Dame fan, so, it's just kind of like right up my wheelhouse. I'm so torn between a lot of different options here. I'm not going wide receiver. You could go wide receiver. I'm not going wide receiver. Tight end is another position I don't think we're going to go for. Although 6'5", 245 pounds, boy right here, does look pretty good. I ain't gonna lie to you, that does look pretty good. This might be a pick where we trade down, especially because Sanders is still available. I know I've taken a long time in this first round, but this might be a we trade down type of thing. All right, I'm just going to go... What's his size? 6'2", 245 pounds. Okay, I'm going Georgia Bulldogs. Second round. Situation where I might just go corner, but I'm not going to reach for one. In this type of draft, I'm just not going to reach one. 6'4", Ole Miss. I'm just going to go with him. Again, I don't have a full repertoire of all these players just yet. So just keep that in mind that over the next, couple months, I'm going to be learning a lot more about these players. So if you're like, hey, you took this guy with this guy, I'm really going based on, positional value and positions, in all honesty. I'm not really going based on like, oh, this is the one player I love. Like, Riley Leonard, that's my guy, even though he was from Notre Dame. But like, that's not what I'm doing. I'm kind of going more positional. Kind of going based off that, not really based on the fact of like, oh, this is the one guy I want more than anything, and this is my guy. Cornerback, I feel like we would go a lot higher on corner. I don't think we would wait this long for cornerback. Again, some positions I don't think we would wait this long on. So, for example, edge rusher, potentially. We're definitely going to go high on there. Wide receiver, probably high. Safety, high on there. But like cornerback, for example, I think we would probably go corner a little faster than what I have in this mock draft. Yeah, every single mock draft, it's like these two guys way early on this board. But like, for example here, starts, available, right? Run defender, 6'1", 205 pounds. Could go safety early like this if he is available. It really matters how the actual draft, falls to you pretty much. So if it falls to you correctly, you might go a certain player. If it doesn't, you're not. I'm going crazy defense here. Yeah, this is going to be crazy defense. Just realizing how this is setting up. This is why I don't love to do mock drafts this early, just because of the fact that it's like, yes, you can get a general gist of what's going on, but it's just way too... These guys, like, all these guys you're looking at right now on your screen, half of these guys, I'd say 99% of these guys will not be in the same spot you see them, they're in right now. So, like, all these players right here, most of them will not go either at this pick or go completely opposite this pick. It's just a part of football and how football works, right? So, that's why, again, early mock drafts are always difficult. But tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys in the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe button if you are indeed new. Peace out.